You see, some of the financial mistakes you can make abroad, living in the UK or US or Canada or whatever. Let me just limit myself to the UK today. You see, some of the financial mistakes that you can possibly make is in your living. It's in your living. If you do not curtail your excesses when it comes to your living, I'll give you an example. If your salary is 2,500 and your rent is 1,600, there is no way you can make anything out of your living in the UK. We have a good number of people who earns about 2,000, 2,500 and they want to live in a flat. If you are earning that amount of money, if your salary is ranging between 2,005 or 2,000 to 2,500, you do not have any business whatsoever living in a flat. I will not deceive you. You will commit financial blunder. You will not make anything. You can live like that for 10 years in the UK without anything to show for it. If your salary is 2,000 to 2,500 pounds, you are better off living in a single room, which will cost you about 950 pounds or 800 pounds, depending on the nature, depending on the condition of that particular room you're taking. If you are earning 2,000 to 2,500, your rent should not be more than 850 to 900 pounds a month. With that, you'll still be able to save something at the end of the month. You'll still be able to keep something on the side, you know, say for the raining days, you know what I mean? This is the reason why you see that a lot of people have been living abroad for years and you've not been hearing them call. You've not been hearing them. You've not been seeing them doing great exploits. You've not been seeing them doing some things. You'll be comparing them with some other people that have been coming home to do different kinds of establishing themselves, you know, creating businesses and doing stuff. This is the reason. They want to live, and this kind of people, upon the fact that they are earning 2,000, 2,500 a month, they will still want to drive. They want to buy a car. On top of that 2,005, they want to live. They want to live in a 2-bedroom flat or 1-bedroom flat, so to say. The reason is that they want to begin to entice the ladies. Or bring the majority of them, and that's the reason why if you ask them to send you money, if you ask them for help, they cannot, because they themselves, they do not have anything in their pocket. So if you are new in the UK, follow this pattern. Do not follow the pattern of people earning 2,500 a month and they want to live in a bed flat. And they want to live in a 2-bedroom flat or 1-bedroom flat. How much, with the current situation of things in the UK, how much do you think you could have left if you are living in a 1-bed flat and you are earning 2,500 per month? How much do you think you have left? Yo, you do the mathematics yourself. I'm not going to do that for you. Because for you to have a comfortable 2-bedroom flat in the UK now, regardless of where it might be located, you can't pay less than 1,600, 1,700. That's the cheapest you can ever get when it comes to 2-bedroom flats. And that depends actually on the condition of the flat. There are flats ranging between 2,000 to 2,500 depending on the location. But let me just go to the very minimum, which is the cheapest. The cheapest you can ever get in the UK, it is 1,600, 1,700 for a 2-bed flat. And a 1-bed flat is just a little bit lower than that. So if you are earning that amount of money, 2,000 to 2,500, to buy your 1,600, the Chrome Bay 1,700, what do you have left? No, what do you have left? If you're earning 2,500, take away 1,700, you have 800 pounds left. And that 800 pounds, you are still going to transport yourself to and fro work. If you want to buy a car from that from that 2,500 again, you have to consider the insurance, you have to consider the road tax, you have to consider this MOT, you have to consider the fueling of the car, you have to consider the general servicing of the car, you have to consider where you're going to be parking the car on a regular basis. So you see that it doesn't make sense. So for you to be living for you to be living large in the UK, your salary cannot be less than 3,500 upwards. For you to be living in that level that you want to be, for you to be living in a level of you having living in a 2-bed flat and having a car at the same time, your salary cannot be less than that. Except if you have a partner that you are putting resources together with. If you do not have a partner that you are putting resources together with, you cannot afford to live in a 2-bed flat if your salary is 2,000, 2,500. Except you want to be living from hand to mouth. If that's what you want for your life, then that's fine. If you want to be taking the salary and be putting it back into the system, then that's completely fine. You can live in a 2-bed flat, pay 1,600, look after your car, buy food in the house, and then at the end of the month, you are left with £50 or £100 maximum. So if you are new in the UK, please and please, if you want to make money, if you want to make something out of your life, start from the very minimum. Start from the lowest. A lot of people want to get to the UK. The first thing they want to do is to buy a car to start driving, to start chasing around, you know. chasing after the lady.
It's not about chasing a woman. No, abroad is not about chasing it. Where will you see the woman for you to chase in abroad? It's not. Okay, abroad is overhyped. What I mean over, the good road, the settings of the things, the city, the beauty of the city, it's just confusing people, you know. But when I mean overhype, I'd always dey talk am. If you have something that you are doing at home, you are earning a good money at home, your business is fetching you money, you know that you can afford to eat 3 square meal, your kids are going to school, you don't have any issue, your life is not at risk, nobody dey chase you, you know they chase anybody. My people, sit down where you dey. Sit down where you dey. Abroad, I think you guys have actually heard this guy, you know. You earn £2,000 or £2,500. You have heard how much rent people are paying in abroad. At the end of the day, those your salaries will go by paying bills. As in, you will pay the house rent is separate. You will pay the light is separate. You will pay the internet is separate. You will pay the water is separate. All those things are separate. Or more in Nigeria, we are enjoying. I am telling you people, that's why you see all these big men like Obi Kobana, like Kobana Chief Priest and all the rest of them. You see them, they didn't locate their wives abroad. Abroad no na-eri ego, abroad na-eme zam. Iwote 20,000 euro came here, If you have 20,000 euro, before you know what is going on, that money don't finish. But that 20,000 euro, convert it in naira, is a big money. You can actually use it to do something. Some people will go extreme mile to even sell their property, sell their lands for you to come here. Do you think that when you come here, you're going to make that money back? You're not going to make that money back. Most people you guys have been seeing in the village building house that live in abroad, they are borrowed money from the bank. Those are the money that borrowed from the bank. Come on, how much work are you working? How much are you earning every month? How much are you saving every month? So if you are here and you are working, you have your resident card, bank can borrow you up to 20,000 euros, 30,000 euros, and you will take that money to Nigeria and go and do investment. You think they are doing very well, or more, they are not doing that very well as you thought. Abroad is overripe. Think twice before you start coming here. Bye, my people.